right, today we have a very specific review activity. You're going to complete exploration 1 and 2, and all we're doing here is exploring your different forms of a quadratic, from vertex form to intercept form to standard form, and how you can derive all of the different critical parts or critical components of a parabola from each of them. So save exploration 1 and exploration 2 for warm-up tomorrow, and go ahead and fill in your own words what each one of these is. We're talking about axis of symmetry, standard form of a quadratic, the minimum value, the maximum value, and intercept form. I guess intercept form would be the only one new to you, so let's go ahead and fill that in right now. Intercept form is going to be y equals a times x minus p times x minus q, where p and q are the two intercepts, roots, solutions, zeros to your quadratic, and a would be a specific stretch or compress that it has. All right, so we're going to take a look at some of these properties of a quadratic in standard form, and this one right here is very important, this opposite of b over 2a. This is the way that you determine where the vertex is in standard form of an equation. So whenever you're asked to determine, without the use of technology, how to find the vertex of a parabola, and you're given only standard form, you don't need to complete the square, although that would be a useful method also. You can simply use the opposite of b over 2a here, where b is the x term and a is the x squared term. And then of course whatever you get for that, you plug back into the equation as x, and then you can solve for y to find the y value of your vertex. So it's very simple for you to determine using the standard form of a quadratic. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at this, and you're asked to do this without the use of technology. What we're looking at here is we're looking a little bit more about the intervals over which the parabola is increasing and the intervals over which it's decreasing. Gives you some specific values to remember. We're talking about domain and range here, and also your minimum or maximum values. Guys, we're getting to the point now where we are starting to review for our final exam, and a large part of your final exam is going to be quadratic, so you're going to have to be able to recognize all of these things pretty regularly and pretty readily. The third type is, of course, your factored form, and this is how the factored form is utilized here. So if you're looking at a parabola which is in that factored form or intercept form, then you can use this strategy to find your axis of symmetry. Notice that the axis of symmetry is always halfway between the roots. That's a very important concept to understand. Remember, symmetry is what a parabola has, that vertical symmetry, and if you have an axis of symmetry with a vertical line, then of course they're going to be halfway in between there. All right. And then the last thing we have are a few extra practice problems. This is going to be specific for tomorrow in class, so please make sure that you bring this packet ready to go tomorrow in class. And that will conclude our work for tonight.